Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So, unfortunately, just recently, a Buffalo Bills football player by the name of Damar Hamlin went into cardiac arrest on the football field during one of the most recent games of this year. Now, they're saying that he's in the ICU and he is stable for the most part, but, he's not quite in the clear just yet. And so everybody, even on both sides of the teams, have been praying for his, recovery, and there's been a lot of support, and I'm really glad because this kind of stuff, it's serious, and anything could go wrong at any point in time. So I encourage all of you to keep praying for that young man, that he can pull through and that he'll be all right. Now, also, unfortunately, it also broke out that, while everybody was praying for his, and is still praying for his full recovery, Skip Bayless, who has been known to be quite, controversial and saying things that inflame a lot of people. He did initially put out a tweet saying that, he was acknowledging what happened, he was concerned, and he was hoping that everything would be all right. And then he followed up that tweet with another tweet, which is what you see on the screen. Now, a lot of people were pissed immediately when he put this out, and understandably so. And some people were saying, oh, it's not that big of a deal. He didn't mean it in an insensitive way. Like, consider his previous tweet. And he did upload another tweet, expressing that, he didn't mean to offend anybody. But considering the timing, what a lot of people just don't want to admit is that it was insensitive due to the timing. Like I said, that young man he almost lost his life, basically, on the field. And he's still in ICU right now as we speak, as I'm making this video. So why would you say that? Why would you tweet that? It's untimely and insensitive, at the least, At the most, like I said, other people were pissed and they were expressing that they were, saying that he should have never said that. He even got into it with Shannon Sharp on live, on the air, over that tweet, that had got brought up, when they were mentioning, I guess during their segment talking about that. And this whole situation brings up another subject that I saw people bringing up online, which was that it is kind of sad that sometimes these football players are reduced to simply just numbers, units on a screen, on the field. Something happens to them, they just either draft somebody else, trade somebody, pick somebody from somewhere, and they keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? And it is sad that they are reduced to that for the most part, and it's just about, money and wins. But at some point in time, we've got to get back to humanity and empathy and remember that these are human beings who they're not robots. They have feelings. They go through stuff like we go through stuff all the time. And, we don't know what it's like having to be out there on that field, running up and down, getting crashed into by another human being, getting tackled to the ground, getting hit, getting blindsided, all the stuff that they have to do to even prepare their bodies for that kind of stuff. So let's keep that in mind. But anyways, he did try to, I guess, backtrack and say that he didn't mean to offend anybody or be offensive. But again, I just think I'm just saying that the timing was terrible, that it was, it was shallow of him to say that at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was scrolling through Instagram and I happened to come upon the page of the gospel singer James Fortune. And he was replaying, like I said, that segment where Skip got into it with Shannon Sharp about that issue. And somebody in the comments, so this is from a comment from his post on his Instagram account, that asked the question, and I wanted to ask this question too because it struck me. So he asked the question, would Skip have tweeted that same thing if it was Tom Brady who went into cardiac arrest on that field instead of that young man? Because a lot of people forget, not only are these football players sometimes reduced to numbers, like I said, in units on a screen or on a piece of paper or just on a field, they also rank these football players. So if one random football player that we don't really know that well, something happens to him, a lot of people have been like, oh, he's just some player. But then, God forbid, Tom Brady, oh my God, he trips over himself. Oh my God, and, is Tom Brady okay? Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a valid question, and I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think he would have said the same thing about Tom Brady? Maybe he would have. We don't know. But it's an interesting thing to think about. Y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel respectfully in the comments down below.